Alright guys, I've changed the oil, and guess what? The problem is still there, and it's getting worse. Unfortunately, it's getting worse. What happened is, previously when you start the engine first time, or in the beginning, you don't hear that noise. Only after you using it for sometimes maybe 1 hour, then you start hearing some knockings, hearing something is rattling inside the gearbox. Now, even at the beginning of the starting engine, even if the engine is still cold, you're starting it, you hearing it already. So in that sense, it's getting worse. Now, the idea of changing the oil is basically to find out if I can find something funny in the sum, and then we can probably find out what is happening. But unfortunately, I don't find anything at all. What I found is basically in the magnet, in the drain nut, it's using magnet. It's actually very thick of the, I don't know how you say it. It's a thick of the small fragments, and then that's all I found it. Some say it's normal, but it's really thick. So I think it shows that the oil has not been changed for years, bro. Anyway, I've changed that, and then but the problem is still there. I don't find anything funny when I change the oil. Okay, so now it led me to this theory. I think what happened is the component, the rattling inside the gearbox, is probably something to do with the viscosity of the oil. Meaning that when you start the engine, the previous, when I haven't changed the oil, when you start the engine, because the engine is still cold, the viscosity is at the highest, meaning that it's at the thickest viscosity of the oil. So it rattles, but it's dampened by the oil. But when I change it, and then I change using the automatic transfer oil, it's much thinner, the viscosity is much lower than probably the previous one in the gearbox. Hence now even the first time you start the engine, even when the engine is cold, you still hear that noise because the viscosity of the oil in the gearbox now is much thinner than the previous one. So I think it led me to the conclusion that I have to open the gearbox to fix it, which it will require a lot of money. I'm not sure if I'm ready to spend that money, or there's probably the second option that I prefer. I just using it. I mean, what's worse can happen, right? So yeah, why not? Just using it until it broke, and then if it's broken, then you start open the box, or just replace it with a new one. Probably the cost is going to be the same, buying the new box with the changing some of the components. I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Let me know if you have any inputs. I would love to hear that. Really need your help, and that's for the update so far. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Cheers.